You know that saying that when they say stay inside the box, man, go outside that box. I go outside the box all the time.
Family come first. But me, I learned later in life, family don't come first. It's not that I don't love my family because I love my family dearly. But family, I come first.
Advice I would give my 18-year-old self would be keep moving. A lot of obstacles go come and knock you back. You go get a few steps ahead and it's gonna knock you like 5, 10 steps back. But you go through some things, but that don't mean give up.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our podcast. It's called Three Hearts, One Beat. I'm Lee,
I'm Kim.
And I'm V.
and this is our moms, and we, of course, we sisters and all.
We the daughters.
We the daughters, but we just decided to start our podcast. So, welcome to our very first episode. Welcome.
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 What are you most looking forward to as we launch our podcast?
Okay, that's a good question. I'm looking more forward to growth, knowledge, experience, and success, and just following God lead in the whole process and see where it take me to see how far I will go in it. Just looking forward to just opening my horizon to new things that I may have never experienced or things that I've never seen myself experiencing. Just living life. Just want to live life to the fullest.
And mine is I usually be a lot shy a lot, and this is something to break me out of the shyness of how I used to be, because I'm still in a healing journey, and I think this will talking more about it will help me heal more and more and more and stuff. So I wanted to do the podcast to try to break that.
Something she said, because me and my mom are introverts. My sister is kind of introverted too.
It's their fault.
But with the podcast, I'm looking to like the continue learning, growing on the healing journey, talk about things that we have, healed through, been through. Maybe if it may help others, so basically if it help others, that'll be something to look forward to, and maybe they could overcome something a little faster than I had to. It took me a while because nobody literally.
You didn't have the blueprint.
Right, I didn't have the blueprint. I had to go out there and seek it for myself.
Right. You had to take the hits. You had to learn from it and grow from it. And to have, but I'm be honest, it's things that you witness others go through. And when you see it up close and personal, you be like, nah, I ain't going that route. But that give you a blueprint. It's just, and I think what we love, what me and you have talked about and what we have talked about is mostly also trying to help others that may have experienced certain similar topics that that we're going to probably talk about on this show. So we just want to help others get through their process and also help ourselves as well, because we are still in the healing process. We are not fully healed because we consistently as human beings consistently go through things. So we just enjoying the ride, and hopefully you enjoy the ride with us.
Like, I'm about to say your government name.
It's
Well,
okay.
Well,
It's
Lee was
okay.
just saying, like, because when you don't have the blueprint, you basically you going through it and you think you're alone. Right. When you healing, but you're not alone, because I guarantee you, every situation that everybody experience in life, you have millions on top of millions of people that went through that, or some people went through that, and
Or even something worse.
Right.
Yes.
So you're not alone, and the devil will play in your mind, making you think you're alone, but you're not alone. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. God got you. You're not alone. He already sent other vessels here that have been in your same situation, but you have to be willing to go outside your comfort zone to find the information of whatever it is that you're looking for. You can't stay stuck in your same four walls.
That's real. You have to. You know that saying that when they say stay inside the box, man, go outside that box. I go outside the box all the time.
You have to, and sometimes it may not be exactly what you you want to do, but if you, how would I say, if you think you messed up, go ahead, got you. He ain't gonna let you go too far where you have to sit back and regret something or something like that. Because he gonna stop you. He got you. You just got to always believe that God got you.
Piggybacking off of what she just said, God do have you, but there is no hole you could dig yourself into that He can't pull you nothing out of. Because what you may have think you put yourself in a deep hole, but I promise you, there is not a hole that deep that He can't pull you out of. So always just give it to Him. Give it to God always.
Amen.
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 What was going through your mind when we first decided to launch our podcast? Any doubt or excitement?
Well, I did have a doubt because I was, or like I said, by me being such a quiet person, I was always thinking, Lord, I want to do this, but I cannot do this. Because I don't like to talk a whole lot around. I'm just a quiet person. I don't do all of that. I'm more of an observing person and stuff than I am a speaker and being live. So I was always wondering, um, can I do it? And I said, you know what? I'm gonna give it to God. God gonna show me, and God gonna take me through it. And that's why I say, yeah, it was a little bit of saying, oh Lord, can I do this? Oh Lord, can I be on this camera like this, or be on TV like this, or do this? And God, like I say, God, I know God got me, and that's how I'm gonna leave it.
I would say mostly excitement for me. The doubt, no, because like she said, I'm an introvert, but I'm also small and extrovert. I just love talking to people, but I love talking about the positive stuff. I love talking about God. I love talking about beautiful energy and stuff like that. And honestly, starting this podcast with my mom and my sister, it made me I was excited, to be honest with you. In the process of just purchasing everything that we had to purchase, I was just, as stuff was coming in, it was like a kid on Christmas. I was happy every time something came in. I was super happy because that just made it feel like, oh, we getting closer, we doing it. And look at us now. We actually sitting here recording our very first episode of our podcast. And this is an excitement. It's like with doubt, I try to not have it because having doubt is also having, I guess, regrets, maybe. But there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody have their own emotions. That's just me and my process of how I feel because I've had times where I doubted myself on things and I was totally wrong. It always, sometimes, most of the time, it always turned out on the good side. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing wrong with having doubt, but you don't want to keep it there for too long. And like my mom said, what we said before, like she stepped outside her comfort zone. She stepped outside the box. Right. She ain't staying in that box. She pushing herself outside the box to experience new things. So never, I would say never doubt yourself on anything because you could do anything you want to in this lifetime that God put you on this earth. But mine is mostly excitement. As y'all can see, the smile on my face.
With me, when Lee first brought it up to me, it was a couple of years ago. I know it took us years to do it, but better late than never. But we here, like she said. When she first brought it up to me, it was more on she wanted to do like a sports podcast and all that. But that wasn't like sitting right with me. Even though I was into sports and all that heavy, it still wasn't sitting right with me. And I was like, so I gotta be on the camera. My shyness kicked in. So I gotta be on the camera. I'm the same one when we was making TikToks. She was like, you gotta be in the front sometime. You gotta be. I'm like, I want to be in the back. I barely want to be on camera. Now you want me to be in the front. So so I had to basically outgrow a lot of shyness. And I think for anyone who watches and follow like our vacation videos, I think that played a huge part of me along with the TikTok. Like those videos and uploading those content started getting me out that zone. Like I never have a problem with talking and giving encouraging advice to somebody, but to be doing it to the masses, and like now is at the point where I'm not just having that one-on-one or one-on-three conversation with somebody. Now I'm having a conversation with my mom and my sister, but it's a potential that millions could see it. So I think that was the part of the nervousness, but the excitement is more, okay, so now we get to share our story and maybe to help others, and we could also grow along the way. So I'm excited about it to see where it would go, what it would,
Me too. I'm excited because I know we're gonna have a lot of stories, a lot of things people gonna wanna that may touch touch millions of people and stuff. And sometimes they may look at somebody and say, "Wow, they went through that," And but I'm ready. I'm ready. I think I'm ready. God got me. Even if you may see me still be quiet a little bit, and you may still see me look like I'm nervous a little bit, but I know through as we keep going, God gonna ease all of that, and God gonna bring me through all of that.
So, man, would you say that like the cruising videos and the TikTok videos help your shyness as well?
Yeah, more of the TikTok videos, because the cruising videos, I was seen, but not a whole lot like you and Shalita was and stuff, because because I always was with Dad, I always going somewhere on the other part of the cruise ship or something. But doing it helped bring some of that shyness out.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. Music, like doing like how we talking. I love this because I get to talk to y'all. I talk to y'all all the time, but now we just sharing our conversations online with others. And like we say, hopefully it help other people, hopefully it help them grow. Hopefully it just keep we have a strong bond, but hopefully it continuously make our bond stronger.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. That is the biggest thing, and it's gonna be a fun journey. I can't wait.
Okay, I have a question. Okay, you know, I don't know if y'all don't know, because it's our first video. We are survivors from Hurricane Katrina. But what I want to ask my girls is, if if you can and pick another place to live besides Georgia after Hurricane Katrina, what state would you have went to and why?
It's good that you say state, because if you just say where you could have went to, I probably would have said out this country. But that's a whole nother story. But another state.
Talking to 23-year-old you.
Yeah, 23-year-old me, like it when the family was making moves and we was trying to decide, because that's another story. We gonna have to do a podcast on that one, because that's a lengthy story of what happened through all that. But if I could have said, yo, I would have been like, let's move to California. You know what I'm saying? Because from a small kid, I always was drawn to California. But, you know, I feel like God do everything for a reason. Because even being out here in around Atlanta, it showed me so much. How I met so many people that added, value to my life. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause with information, and you like, you had to learn, you had to grow, and it was a lot that I learned here. So looking back, now I finally understand when people say, I wouldn't change nothing in my life. Right. You know what I'm saying? I used to always say, man, you went through that and you wouldn't want to change. Now I get it. I don't want to change anything, because everything played a part of who I am today.
Honestly.
But it's California if y'all ain't catch it. But go ahead.
Mine's would have probably been Cali too. Like she said, it's another story, but it would have been Cali. I ain't gonna lie, it's no knock on Georgia, because in Georgia, like she said, I grew a lot. I came to Georgia, I was 17. So I had just turned 17. So if I could have picked, it probably would have been Cali. One, like she said, because you see all your favorite TV shows, you see how one of my shows I want to say was 90210. It was over with by the time I started watching it, but I was watching. Yeah, that's also me. I watch a lot of old school TV shows that was gone before I was either born or when I was a kid. You seen that type of stuff, like, oh, Beverly Hill, palm trees, Cali, like it just looks beaches.
Right.
As a kid who don't
We ain't
dream
see
to see
right.
all of that. Being a kid living in New Orleans, you don't see that because it's a small city, and I love my city, but it's a small city, so if I could have picked, it probably would have been California or Milwaukee. Milwaukee was the reason why I said Milwaukee. It was because at the time my grandmother was out there, and one of my cousins that me and him was like, we was like this. So it was like it was
Was all right, but go ahead.
okay. We was like this at the time, but we still close. But it's like he got a family and stuff. So and I'm doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? But we was real close and tight, and at that point he hadn't been away from New Orleans for years. So I was like, whoo. So that would have been my two places I would have wanted to go, but probably mostly Cali because the beaches. But I was 17 at the time. That was my 17-year-old mind really was thinking.
Well, mine, like my daughter said, nothing against Georgia. Georgia, I won't knock it. But for me, at my age right now, I think about it. There was my opportunity to get out the South. I would have chose Las Vegas and went up to Las Vegas because even like they would have chose California, that ain't but a short ride, what 3 4 hour ride. Because even if I'd have went to Las Vegas and then say, okay, I don't like Las Vegas, I just go in California. I just riding 3 or 4 hour ride to California and stuff. But most definitely, it probably would have, to me, for me, it probably would have been Las Vegas. Um, and the reason why is like I say, it's just part of me. I'm tired of the South. I want to go up north a little bit.
Well, that was West Coast, man.
Yeah, but still go up. Get
I get
the
what
West Coast.
Yeah,
North. I
get
just
out the
don't want to
South.
get
basically
deep down
get far away
Away
from
the
the South.
South,
I
right?
Yeah.
got you, girl, because the South is people that live in the South. We getting that. It's different. It's like I ain't gonna tell nobody no different. I love New Orleans because that's a part of me. It's on my birth certificate. I love the culture because I was raised in it. I love it.
love my city.
I love my city. I love our culture. I love the things that we bring, the things that people don't know about and starting to find out about now.
Right.
But Georgia is also cool. I ain't gonna tell about running a lot. Like I said, it's nothing against Georgia, but I ain't never in my life dreamed of staying in Georgia because it wasn't on my radar.
It wasn't on my radar.
And the funny thing is,
it's just the way God moved us,
right,
and stuff, and getting out of the situation we were in. It's just the way God moved us.
right.
And so that's how we come to Georgia because God moved us this way.
But I'm grateful that I came.
Very grateful.
I'm grateful that I'm here. I went through a lot of life experiences. I tell you, this is my career growth. This is the only place I have worked in New Orleans for a short period of time, but this is literally like the main domain of the place where I grew in my careers and how to grow, how to move in the workforce, how to move in my career, how to just be an entrepreneur at an early age of like 20 or 21 years old, just learning the ins and out about a lot of stuff. So yeah, California or Milwaukee would have been my picks.
So I got one more question.
What it is, hit us with it, girl.
When we visit home to New Orleans, what is at least 3 foods you, not that you have to have, but you want to try to get them while you there? I'm getting this while I'm there.
Okay.
Go ahead, sis. I know my 3.
So in the beginning, it used to be like the crawfish. It used to be the po' boys, and it used to be like the snowballs. In the beginning, it was like every time we went back, I had to get like some crawfish. We had to find crawfish if it was in season. We definitely was going to get a po' boy from somewhere, and we was going to get us a snowball. But that's the ones that I would say my top 3 had to haves going back. But now as time then kind of fast forward, a lot of places then, because by us being displaced to a whole lot of different cities, New Orleans people was like searching for certain things. So now the cities started carrying everything, just about everything. Some things may be a little bit more pricier than you would get back in the city, but they carry it like out here we more close. I'm gonna say Atlanta because we literally probably like 10 minutes from the city line, if that much. But we find crawfish here now. We find po' boys. You know, people. We have snowballs here now. So it's like when I go home, I may want to taste it because now I'll get that home taste. Because here, the shrimps here don't taste like the shrimps in New Orleans. I'm sorry. I
They
mean,
don't.
the
They
shrimps that
French bread don't taste the
right,
same.
it's not the same. So when you go home, now you just getting that home taste, and you
Right.
look forward to getting that.
Right.
But those will be my three that I always look forward to getting headed back home.
Mine's is shrimp po' boys on deck.
You already know.
Crawfish, that's a must. If it's in season, I gotta get me some. I'm be honest with y'all, I could eat about 6, 7 pounds by myself. Don't ask for none of it. But I share if I have to. But don't ask me for none. If you could get your own crawfish. That's all I'm gonna say. Because that's literally my favorite seafood. A lot of people don't like it because they say they're the cockroaches of the sea. Guess what? I eat the cockroaches of the sea. And did I say snowball? Pandora snowballs. Them, no knocking on nobody else, but them snowballs
It's just
have
something
me.
about that ice.
I'm just talking about it, and I just want one right now.
now.
I feel cheated, like I can't just get up and go get me one
Right.
right now.
Mhm.
But that's literally like my top three things is a must have when I go back home because we don't. It's like you have the New Orleans stuff out here, but nothing is like home because everybody don't season their pot the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna say people food is imitation. You know what I'm saying? But we go, I'm gonna just leave it at that because if I keep going,
My girl, mine's is basically probably the same three things.
Okay.
Snowballs is it's like, yeah, even when you get into the city, if you know part of the city, you may be a little distance from Pandora. They have other places, that we have found that you can get a good snowball from. But it's just something different about the ice that they make with and ice is ice. Y'all gonna say, "Oh, what is she talking about?" But it's just not. It's like soft ice. Y'all just until you go to Pandora's on Carrollton and get a snowball in New Orleans, you'll see what I'm talking about. Further, the shrimp po' boys. Y'all may say, "Okay, you can get a shrimp po' boy anyway. You can make a shrimp po' boy. You go somewhere around here and get it." The shrimps are not the different. I think because in New Orleans, we are closer to the water, and so when the shrimps come out, even when they peel them, clean them, and season them up, and they taste the freshness. You could taste it. They don't taste that way here, but they're not bad, but they're not like New Orleans shrimps. And definitely New Orleans French braid. I haven't found nobody to touch that. That French braid is just totally different. And crawfish, I love. And I used to be a person, I used to eat them so much coming up. It wasn't nothing for my family to see on the side in this crawfish season. What you doing? They go get 5, 6 stacks of crawfish, burling, and all of us sit up there by my mom and them, and then we just eat crawfish until we got tired.
the things I used to take for granted.
But baby, I love crawfish. But sometimes I had got to kind of back away from because I got moved into shrimps and crabs. But I'm now every time I touch New Orleans, I know somewhere in New Orleans you can, no matter what time of the year is, you can find them crawfish.
Yeah.
You just got to know where to go, and you can find them. You may not find them live, buy them live like you buy them by the sacks, but you can find somebody that boiled the crawfish and stuff, and they are seasoned real good. Yeah, you can find that.
Now, out here, one time I want to tell you, because you and Pops was gone somewhere. I can't remember where y'all was gone. And me and Leap was here. And we went to a certain grocery store out here and we got a French braid. Remember that French braid? And we was like, okay, where you used to work at. And we was like, okay, this is more like the almost close to a French braid back at home. But we never went back. We wanted to go back and get it, but it slipped my mind until she said, I haven't found it out here. And me and you, cause we was like, oh, we got to bring mama back to get this, and we never went back because it really slipped. And this was probably about a year and a half, 2 years ago. So I don't even know what the name of the bread was. We just wanted to try to see, and we made something, and it was like we was like, oh, this close to French bread, French bread.
French bread, yeah, ain't nothing like New Orleans French bread. New Orleans French bread is just totally different.
Mm-hmm.
So I have some questions now. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for the questions? I'm just playing. Okay. My first question is advice you would give your 18-year-old self after they graduated high school.
Advice I would give my 18-year-old self would be keep moving. A lot of obstacles go come and knock you back. You go get a few steps ahead and it's gonna knock you like 5, 10 steps back. But you go through some things, but that don't mean give up. That don't mean give up. That means just keep fighting. It's some in them seasons you have to learn something. Pay attention to the lessons that you have to learn in that season because God is showing you something, but we be so busy trying to ignore, and sometimes we be stuck in seasons longer than what we supposed to be in that season because we trying to fight against what God trying to show us. It's some people, places, and things that's in that season that he need to remove out before you could go to the next level. For anybody who play video games or whatever games, period, for you to go to the next level is things he have to remove out that season. But if you don't see it, you'll be stuck in that season a little bit longer than you were supposed to until you get it. So I would tell my younger 18-year-old self, all those dreams that God have given you, all those gifts he given you, just keep on working on them. Keep on going, keep on fighting, and you will get past it and you will learn and you will continue to grow.
Oh, what I would tell my 18-year-old self. That's a hard one. I don't know. It probably would be in life when you make choices, try to make, I'm gonna put it, godly choices. Because at 18, it's not that I didn't believe in the Lord. I knew God. I loved the Lord always from a child, and I was raised in church. But I would tell my 18-year-old self to God are giving you signs, are giving you warnings, are giving you, you know, putting you in situations so you don't repeat those situations. To learn and watch and see what how God trying to move you, and not trying to tune God like saying no. I would want to try to follow the Lord in every step that He made for me and He want me to make and stuff to follow Him and stuff. So that's what I would tell my 18-year-old self. Just be careful of the choices that you make and make sure they are godly choices.
Okay. Something I would probably tell my 18-year-old self will mostly be just continuously fight through all of it. It's gonna seem hard. Stuff gonna feel like it's smothering you on your chest because you're going through so much in life. And society will tell you, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do. That's not true. You got to do it the way God wants you to do it, the way God laid it on your heart. Only you know how God laid it on your heart. You have to follow the way God wants you to move, not the way you want to move, not the way society tell you you should move, but you have to move in the way God telling you to move because your dreams that He gave to you, He gave them to you for a reason. He didn't give it to you for you to fail and give up. He gave it to you so when you do fail, you know to go to Him and ask Him for guidance instead of trying to do it yourself. Because so many times I tried doing it myself and it never worked. But when I realized, the more I lean out, my whole message is lean on God more than you lean on yourself or others in around. You know, you lean on the people God put around you, but lean on Him more than depending on you to do it by yourself because He didn't put you on this planet to do it by yourself. That's something I would probably tell my 18-year-old self because this I struggled a lot with that because I always was trying to do what society told me to do, what I should be, what I should have by this age, where I should be by this age. You should be doing
Right.
this, but it's not what society tell you to do. It's what God tell you to do. Cause society, it's just people. but God is magnificent. Just let you know that now. So my next question to y'all is: Do you think it's selfish to put yourself first?
I put God first, and I know that's not what you mean. You mean first. No, it's not selfish to put you first because who else gonna put you first? Ain't man, no man walking around gonna put you before them. So
Right.
you have to put yourself first. But you always know in life, God comes first.
Right.
So so I don't think it's a selfish. I don't think it's a selfish thing to put yourself first. Right. And what you decisions you make or what you do or whatever it is, put you first.
Hmm.
Well, just like she said, of course, God come
Right.
first, but putting yourself first, I have learned in recent years that it's not wrong to put yourself first because you can't feed somebody off of your empty plate. They go just like you starving, they go starve as well. So for you to feed the next person, your plate got to be full to feed them. Or the same thing if you use the analogy with your cup running over. A dry cup can't run over. But before before I didn't see it like that. I used to think it was selfish to put yourself before others because I had to learn that it was my heart, my empathy, my kindness that had me feeling that type of guilt. But now as I didn't grown, I realized that no, it's not selfish to put yourself first because if you are broken and is you supposed to help somebody else, if you broke, you can't help them because you're damaged. So all you will do is most likely damage them a little bit too because of your damaged goods. So no, it's not selfish to put yourself first. You should put yourself first.
Always.
That's not meaning like not caring for other people. No, that's not what that means.
Right.
No.
And I used to have that feeling, like, but like she said, you have to grow into that. Like, you have to put yourself first. Of course, like they said, always God is first. That's right. Always. But as the human that's walking this planet, you shouldn't. You don't put your kids. You don't put your husband. You don't put nobody before you, because how could you give them the love that they need? Like she said, if you're broken, if your glass is almost empty, or your glass is dry, or your plate it don't have nothing on it, how could you help them flourish into what they need to be, and you don't have nothing to give them? So you have to put you first, meaning if you got to take yourself on spa dates by yourself, if you got to go take yourself out to eat, if you just got to meditate, pray, read your Bible, read a book, write down stuff, just anything that fulfill your soul to be happier and more fulfilling. That's how you spread your happiness and your growth and your wealth and your healing to others, because you learn to start putting you first. Because people, like she said, your heart filled with empathy for others, you would be like, dang, Sundays, I'm being selfish. Man, that's me. No, whole while. You have people who will pray on your right. empathy, because they know your heart is good. They know your heart is real. But they'll make you feel like you wrong for putting you before them. And I learned in my lifetime, the more I started learning to, and I didn't even know I was doing it, to be honest with you. So I had to step back and really look at it and see. When I started putting me before others, a lot of good started coming out of it. Right. Because I started being more happier. I started recognizing myself more. I started just learning more about myself, more of like, I had some of it was tears, because I couldn't believe that, some people that you let into your life, you would think everybody is loyal like you and will put you first, but it's not even putting you. What the words I'm looking for? It's not them putting you before them. It's you put them before you, but they hurt you in the end, and you be like, you really mad at yourself because you like, dang, I really, I really put them before me, and that was the
And they kick you.
that was the kick. But it's like it's nothing. It's nothing. I feel like everybody gonna put in your life. He put them there for a reason. They were supposed to do. They did their assignments when he put them in your life. They did what they were supposed to do. Whether if they hurt you, helped you, was in your life for a season, you know, it's just you just gotta grow.
Yeah, because a lot of times you used to always hear family come first.
Mm-hmm.
Family come first. But me, I learned later in life, no, family don't come first. It's not that I don't love my family because I love my family dearly. But family, I come first. I come first in everything. I gotta put me first.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I say a lot of times people always say that family come first. Family, you love them, but you should be the one that come first.
Right. You have to put yourself first. And yes, that was a saying that a lot of people, especially in our community, we was riding with. But then you start realizing that family come first wasn't family come first for everybody. And some of the people you was coming first, putting them first for, they wouldn't do the same for you. And that's a whole nother conversation of healing, family hurt. That's like a whole nother conversation on family hurt. But anybody who's going through it, there's another side to it. And we may talk about it, on 1 hour podcast.
So many more episodes to come.
Right. So putting yourself first, I would say, is a must.
Yeah.
You're not selfish.
That's how you get ahead in life because you learning
And
to
that's not just a head in life, that's how you heal in life because
basically.
yeah, so basically you healing from putting yourself first. And when you put yourself first, you start realizing how certain people start disappearing out your life. You know what I'm saying? And you will be sitting there in the beginning like, yo, all we been through because you decided to put yourself first and your attention is not on them or whatever is on yourself so you could heal and you could grow, and they start like disappearing. But the whole while I just look at it like that's how it was always meant to be, but it's sad that it sometimes it gets to that point where you have to, you know, have that loss. You have to have that loss, but it's like ain't nothing wrong with putting yourself first. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's like and just basically piggybacking off of what she said, basically also and you're gonna lose people because once you start putting yourself first, you set them boundaries. Right. And when you set boundaries, yeah, that's when you recognize who was really riding for you and who was there draining you. That's another subject. Right. You have to recognize the difference in people who is there to lift you up and people who there to drain you.
Your battery dry.
Yeah, because once you set boundaries, you on your way because your boundary setting is the things that you no longer accept that you used to accept from people ever, whether it's at work, whether it's in the family, whether it's even just with any at home, like wherever you at, you have to set boundaries for yourself because you know what irritates you internally. Only you know and God know how you truly feel. But he gave you a voice so you could speak up for yourself. So I would say just basically just set boundaries with people because once you set boundaries, it'll start showing itself. It all shows itself when the boundaries start getting set. And you have to recognize it, what behavior you no longer accept, what conversations you no longer want to be a part of, what environment you no longer want to be a part of. And then you start seeing your happiness and your light start getting brighter and brighter and brighter because now my boundaries is set and I didn't set my boundaries. So that means don't cross that boundary. And once you cross it, once I let you go, you have to deal with that whatever that is.
And most times you don't even have to let them go. Sometimes
You gotta let
they
them go.
remove themselves because they don't have that access to you no more.
And
So
they act like they don't understand what the growth that God is bringing you through
right
and stuff. So they'll choose Yeah, but it ain't that. It ain't that. It's that. In other words, people just say the old me is gone.
Right.
It's a new me now, and you got to respect the new me.
That's the
Right.
truth. That's the truth.
And the people that don't understand the growth is because I feel like God haven't he with them, but he haven't say like put that finger like, okay, my child, I need you to wake up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the people who understand it, they done been through it. When you hear their stories,
Right.
and then you realize like, okay, those people who either have seen Jesus, they had an encounter with God, or they went through that awakening. You know, they like to say woke is fake, but well, you don't realize like you really then went through a whole awakening. You know what I'm saying? And you understand like the only reason why I'm still here is because the man upstairs.
Once he break you down, he gonna start showing you things
Right.
that you go think you didn't start it for you forgot about.
Right.
But when he break you down and build you back up, he building you up to when you start thinking about it. Some of the stuff is gonna hurt, some of the stuff you gonna cry, but he's making that old you was scared to deal with it. Now that new you is like he building that new you up like I got this. You know what I'm saying? You gonna drop some tears because it hurt, and sometimes you ain't gonna drop the tear. But at the end of the day, he built you up strong enough to deal with it in the future than what you was able to deal with it in the past. And that's just life. And honestly, it's a beautiful transition. Right. It's a beautiful transition. Once you start growing every day, just working on your relationship with God, He's gonna show you so much more in life. And He know you put Him first, but He wants you to also put you first on this earth, because I need you to put you first, because it's lives that I need you to show like, okay, it's okay to do this. It's okay to put me first. It's okay to build myself up. Stand in that mirror and speak confidence into myself, looking at myself eye to eye in that mirror and just telling myself, you got this. If you have to do that for yourself to build you up, there's nothing wrong with that.
But one thing you have to always believe, God bring you through a lot. But one thing you got to always remember, God got you.
Yep.
When you a child of God,
Amen.
God got you.
Amen.
He ain't gonna bring you through nothing that he got you. You got to just always have that faith and believe and walk. No, God got me. You will hear things. God got me.
Right.
You know,
You have to really tell it to yourself and believe it.
and
Amen.
believe
And
it.
you have to
You have to.
believe that He got
Got
you.
you.
You can't just say it. You have to truly believe that in Him. That's where it started.
Amen.
That's where it
That's
started.
true. But
Well,
like
yeah.
you said, like the part that you said when you was like, Bill, it's almost how they do with the military. You know what I'm saying? In the U.S. Well, here, y'all know we in the U.S. For anybody who don't know, that's what we had. Yes, we in the U.S. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. Like the military too, because
Yeah, because they
be
break
wanting
them
to get into
down.
conversations, but you like, you know what? We ain't gonna get into that today. But they'll break you all the way down to build you up to what they want you to be. But like they say, that's how God work. He will break you down, so He putting you back together piece by piece, and He making you strong. So no matter what come against you, it will not prosper, because you so strong that it can't get past that new godly shield that's around you that He then built you piece by piece.
He done made you strong enough to deal with it.
Right.
Right then and there.
Yeah.
Because
That whole armor and shield.
what people don't know is you would definitely the situations that you've been through in the past, they're gonna come back around eventually. But you have once you see it again, you'll be like, okay. I try to emotionally detach myself from things that hurt me in the past, because I knew what it did to me when I attached my emotions to it, how bad it hurt. So it's just, you just gotta grow and heal and just get better. It gets better each and every day you grow that relationship with Him and you talk to Him. It gets better every day.
But me, I recognize things that have happened to me or I have went through in the past. As y'all say, that's another podcast. But all I do is just pray and give it to God. I gotta give it to all to God and stuff. I realize I done came through a lot of stuff that I know what happened to me in the past, and I know God got me. I just don't. I try my best not to go through all of that and stuff. But like y'all said, another podcast, another
Right.
time.
Right.
Well, y'all, that is going to conclude our very first podcast video. And before we leave, we want to leave y'all with a positive message. And the positive message of today: put yourself first, chase after them dreams, and keep walking in that divine purpose that God have for you.
Amen.
For you.
Because
Yes.
it's a wonderful feeling when you're following your dreams and you continuously trying to grow. So just keep on pushing, believe in yourself because we believe in you too. Y'all have a blessed, beautiful, wonderful day. See y'all on the next episode.
Love y'all. Thanks for
Love
staying.
y'all.
Thanks for
Thank you.
watching.
Thanks for watching, y'all.